So hello, I'm Chris Grimes from Second Curve, and I just want to explain the backstory behind my new podcast or Zoom podcast idea, which is called What You Need is a Damn Good Listening To with me, Chris Grimes. It's a new podcast with the idea of bringing people into a space called The Clearing, which is the place where you go to get most creative, innovative and clutter-free. Even in the design of the Second Curve logo, it's this idea of a circle, a space where you come to get clear towards the sunlight of your second curve. And for me, it's a comedy improvisational yes and space, where a theatre in the round type space, it's brimming and charged with potential. Anyway, I've always thought of coaching as being about giving the other person a damn good listening to. So the idea is that I invite you as my guest to come into the clearing with some beautiful storytelling archetypes as we take you through a conversation. And it's got a strong storytelling imperative, with the idea of getting you to, I suppose, metaphorically fly your kite, tell your story and amplify your brand. Who are you and what's the story that you tell? During lockdown, there has been a really wonderful, inspirational to me, alongside other conversations I've been having, podcast that I listened to with one of my favorite documentary filmmakers, Louis Theroux. It was called Grounded. And during the journey of that, he was talking to an actor called Chris O'Dowd. And he said something that really, really resonated whilst I was percolating this idea. Chris O'Dowd said, well, during lockdown, there's been a lot of, creative diarrhea. And I was able to completely relate to that, because I too have had all sorts of creative diarrhea during, if you pardon that particular expression, during lockdown. But I'm now happy to report some solids. So what I'm proud of during lockdown is I've come up with a Facebook group which is called #LolVirus, which is to spread a little happiness and antivirus. And that has grown in, I suppose, recording the historical timeline of lockdown as we've gone through from March to now, to spread a little antivirus, spread a little happiness. And it's grown from 2 to about 750 members. So I'm happy about that. And then also, out of adversity comes great creativity. This idea too has been born, which is what you need is a damn good listening to. So in the clearing, we've got some beautiful storytelling archetypes. As I mentioned, we've got a tree, because I'm here with a coaching imperative and a storytelling imperative to shake your tree to see which apples fall out. How'd you like them apples? And the apples take the form of the construct of a storytelling exercise that I will invite you to do before you come into the clearing. We'll define what your clearing is for you, but there are some stories based on something called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where you've been given 5 minutes, or as long as you need to think about it, to think about 4 things that have shaped you, 3 things that inspire you, 2 things that really grab your attention, and then 1 quirky or unusual fact that we couldn't possibly know about you until you tell us. We then talk about what brings you into the clearing of the specific job and role that you do. What's your passion, what brought you here, what brought you to that part of your own life's clearing, your journey to now, if you like, which is a nice coaching imperative in any case. And then we'll talk about the alchemy and the gold that you bring. Where does your passion really land? And then I'll present you with a cake, metaphorically, where you put a cherry on the cake. And the cherry is the best bit of advice you've been ever given. It could be your favorite inspirational quote, or what is the gold that you always like to impart when you're in your zone and helping people in the job that you do. So anyway, watch this space. I'm 6 episodes in so far. What you need is a damn good listening to with me, Chris Grimes. The date today is the 17th of July, day 100 and whatever in lockdown, and for what's coming next. And watch this space, because I'm very excited about taking this on the open road. Chris Grimes, Second Curve and Instant Wit, my comedy improvisational company, here all week.